The leader of Somerset County Council told Sky News that his county is almost at breaking point after weeks of flooding. The warning came as forecasters said more heavy rain was on the way. Across the UK, there are still 10 flood warnings and 101 flood alerts in place, with many areas across the south now warned to expect more flooding over the next few days. Most at risk is the southwest, where the Met Office has issued an amber warning of rain over Somerset, with up to 20 millimetres likely to fall tomorrow. There's particular concern for the people living in Somerset Levels, where an area of some 25 square miles has been underwater since Christmas. Well, Sky's Enda Brady's been to Northmoor Green to find out how people there are coping.
They're pumping the water out here in Somerset at a rate of 7 tonnes a second, but there's just so much more of it. Extra kit and equipment is arriving, but for many, the damage has already been done. Some people have been unable to wash themselves or their clothes in their own homes for 3 weeks.
We just come back from my daughter's, having had showers and breakfast, and she's done some washing for us. So it's that sort of practicality, really, which is impossible at the moment. We haven't been able to do things like that for 2 or 3 weeks now, isn't it?
The farming community is desperately struggling. James Winslade's family have worked this land for 150 years. 95% of their farm is now underwater. He says financially, he's close to going under himself.
We haven't had any money from the land this has been the 2nd year now. It destroyed all the crops. Any longer than 3 weeks under the water, grass dies, corn dies, everything basically dies. And that's 10 foot deep out there. It's been 25.
Those are your fields?
These are all my fields. I've got 790 acres underwater out of 840.
Last year's floods cost the county £10 million. The bill this year is rising even more quickly. It's estimated that around 31,000 acres are currently underwater in Somerset. That's 2.8% of the entire county. Already the cost to agriculture, industry and tourism is likely to have run into several £1 million. Council leaders say this is a county in crisis and they're urging the government to give them more help.
We've got the Environment Agency and DEFRA listening, but in my view not taking enough action. We've been underwater for 3 weeks now. There's no let-up in the rain coming down, and obviously the water levels on the moorlands are rising. So we are getting towards breaking point. The county is coping, but we're getting to breaking point.
There's anger here and frustration too, but more than anything, there's worry, because with more rainfall predicted and a high tide next week, the reality is this is a situation that will get worse before it gets better. Enda Brady, Sky News, Somerset.